Hey there guys, I'm back to another video. Today I want to go and talk about my New York Comic Con adventures for 2017. And yeah, so I'm pretty much going to be going through how my day was on October 8th, which was the Sunday and my only day that I went to Comic Con, unfortunately. But yeah, even though I only went on Sunday, I still had a lot of fun, like I said on my Twitter post. But yeah, October 8th, I woke up at 8 a.m. and I went to my neighbor's house at 9:30. We left for the train station and we got there around 9:50 or something like that, so we didn't have to wait that long for the 10:16 train when it would arrive. And when we got there, when we finally arrived at the convention center after getting dropped off at Penn Station and then walking all the way to the Javits Center, we got there around 12 o'clock. So like by that time it's like, all right, the Sonic IDW panel is going to start in 45 minutes. I'm not going to risk me walking around for like even 5 to 10 minutes on the show floor and miss this Sonic panel. And I want a good seat because I'm recording this whole thing, which I already put on my YouTube channel. So when I got there was already a pretty decently long line, which you will see here. And then later on you'll see that the line got bigger, and once the line finally started moving, you could just see that the line extended out outside of the little metal bars, I believe. But yeah, there were a lot more people attending this Sonic IDW panel than I thought. I had no idea that this many people within New York enjoyed the Sonic comics, this much. So getting in there, I got a pretty decent seat. Some people were like holding seats and stuff like that for others, which is fine, but like they were holding like 3 to 4 seats for other people, which is a little weird. I have no idea if that's like against rules, but I feel like that there should be some sort of rule set, because like the amount of people that would walk up to like those 4 blank seats and realize that there were bags on top, and some people even been asked, are those seats taken? I mean, it's kind of obvious that they are taken. But anyways, if you want to go and see my thoughts and opinions on the Sonic IDW panel, you could click on the little icon on the top right to go and see my thoughts on it. But pretty much it was a fun panel. I enjoyed it. If you wanted to see me talk about the details of that panel, check my video out. Anyways, but after that, my arms were killing me because I was holding my tripod up for like the hour or so that it was on. So when I left the panel, I told my friend that I was going to the Artist Alley, which was at a different location this year, and he said that he would meet me up there. So I was like, oh, okay. And now you're seeing the Justice League costumes and like sort of like advertising sort of thing with and all that stuff. I thought Artist Alley was towards that direction, but I actually passed it. So I had to go and backtrack slightly. And Artist Alley this year, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can agree with me on this, especially if they went on Sunday. It was packed. I'm not exactly sure if it's because they changed locations and it's like a smaller place for Artist Alley to be held at, but it just felt really packed. And maybe it's because there's more people, I'm not exactly sure, but Artist Alley was just really crowded and insanely crowded, especially since last year there was actually like elbow room for you to like walk around with and stuff, but this year it was just way too crowded. And I wanted to go in there and see some of these people that I have on my little notepad, which you'll see right here, and get out. So the first person I wanted to go and see was Jennifer Hernandez, but I accidentally went to Rin the Yordle first because I misread G29 as Jennifer Hernandez's booth. So instead I went to Rin's first, and she was very nice. She was very sweet. I had the little Braum charm on my lanyard, and she noticed that, and that was like very cool for her to notice. I was going to mention it to her if she didn't, but she mentioned it while she was helping another person, and she was like, holy shit, you have my Braum charm. And I was like, yeah, I bought it when it was like on clearance or whatever on her shop, and I also bought an Annie one too. And she said, yeah, I remember that. Very nice to meet you. And I bought some stuff from her, which you'll see at the end of this video. But yeah, it was just very nice to go and talk to her and stuff like that. So right after that, I finally met up with my friend, and we went to Jennifer Hernandez's booth, and she wasn't there, unfortunately, because I actually brought some Sonic comics that I wanted her to go and sign that she did the cover for. So unfortunately she wasn't there, but I picked up my 2 card commissions, which you'll see at the end of this video as well. And after that I was looking for one last person, which was Ramon K. Perez. He did the art for the Spider-Man Generations one-shot, and I brought my own personal copy of the cover that he did. So when I went there, he wasn't there. He left for the weekend, whether it's a emergency or, you know, some other personal business of his, whatever. It's just unfortunate that he wasn't there. So after that, we pretty much just try to leave Artist Alley as quickly as possible. There was one more artist that I wanted to go and see, which was Adam Kubert. I wanted him to go and sign and maybe even do a sketch for the Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man comics that I brought. But his signing on Sunday was at 1 p.m. and obviously the Sonic IDW panel ran from 12:45 to 1:45, so I was 100% going to miss that signing. So that's whatever, you know. So after that, I wanted to go and hit the show floor because that's pretty much where you spend all your money and, you know, see all of the cool things that people have for sale and, you know, the previews some companies have and stuff like that. So first thing that we went to was the Unico section that they had. They were selling a bunch of exclusive merch, whether it was dedicated for New York Comic Con or like Star Wars, Nintendo, Spider-Man, you know. And the shirt that I bought was a New York Comic Con themed one, but it had Spider-Man on it, and it was like a pretty cool shirt, you know. It's just like a bunch of like squiggly designs of like people in the city, and then there's Spider-Man on top saying amazing, you know. So you'll definitely see that towards the end of this video as well. But yeah, I bought that. The line was actually decently long, but it went pretty fast and pretty smoothly. My only complaint about, you know, checking out there was that a lot of the registers only accepted credit or debit, so it took me a while to go and get someone who actually accepted cash. So you know, because like when you go to Comic-Con, it's a lot better to go and carry around cash, so vendors aren't, you know, like hesitant to, or like some vendors won't accept credit or debit, but I'm pretty sure most do. And some even say that this will be taxed because you use the credit card or debit card or whatever. So like just bringing cash is just a lot better in my opinion. But anyways, moving on, after the Unico stuff, we went to Midtown Comics, which every single year I'm pretty sure, or for like the past 2 years I should say, because I haven't been to every single New York Comic Con. But anyways, they had a bunch of trade paperbacks and graphic novels for sale, and I saw that they had all of the Miss Marvel stuff, and I wanted to go and get those because I read the first volume at my local library. I enjoyed it, I loved it, and I want to go and read the rest of them. I only picked up the first 4 because I believe after that they did like some sort of like reboot or something like that with the character. So if I like it, maybe I'll continue reading. I'm not exactly sure. I probably won't, but yeah, I bought those. They were 20% off. I paid $5 more than I would have if I purchased them on Amazon, which is fine, honestly, because Amazon could you know, send them and they could be damaged and stuff like that. So me buying them there, it pretty much just ensured that I got it right then and there, and on top of that, ensured that the conditions of those books were, you know, as top notch as they could be. So after that, I went to a booth that was close to the Midtown Comics booth, and they were selling some trade paperbacks for half off, and I found 2 trade paperbacks that I really wanted, and you'll see those towards the end of this video as well, and 2 Sonic Universe comics that I needed for my collection. He had some other Sonic comics that I was interested in, like he had the Sonic the Hedgehog issue 50, but he said it was like $10 or something like that. I probably should have taken it, to be honest, but at the time I was like, that's $10 for a comic book, so I said never mind. But anyways, after that, I was looking for Super Sons comic books. I was looking for issue 3, 4, and 5, and I hit multiple booths that were selling current age comic books, because there were a lot of booths there that were selling like Silver Age, Golden Age, Bronze Age, you know, like those really old comic books, and I'm not really interested in that. So when I finally found the booth that was selling Super Sons 3, 4, and 5, I pretty much just bought them instantly. And he was selling them for like $4 a piece, which is what they're retailing for, which was fine. 2 of them were variant covers though, which I did not. Well, I knew that one of them was a variant cover, but I did not know the other one was. But hey, whatever. As long as I could read the story and catch up to Super Sons, that's fine with me. And I actually found another booth that was selling Sonic comics, like some like old issues of the Sonic the Hedgehog Archie series that I needed, but he was selling some of the issues for like a lot higher than I would be willing to pay for them, like $10 each, $8, $5 even. but maybe I should have pulled the trigger on the $5 issue. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I could have like haggled with him and stuff like that, but I just chose to not even bother with it, because I know that if I looked hard enough on eBay, I could find them for the price that I wanted to. So maybe whatever next comic book convention I go to, I'll try my best to go and maybe haggle with people in terms of like getting Sonic comic books. But yeah, after that, after I pretty much picked up the Super Sons comics, I was like, all right, I'm pretty much done here on the show floor. There's like nothing else I really want to look around and explore for. Like I 100% did not explore everything that the show floor had to offer, because I was just not interested in, like, I already found what I needed. So, I guess it's time to go home. And, I went home, and now let's get into the pickups portion of this video. Alright, so this is the pickups portion of the video where I pretty much show you everything I picked up at New York Comic Con this year. Like I said, I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself despite going only one day. So yeah, so the first thing I received was the Sonic the Hedgehog IDW art print that they were handing out during the panel. If you want to go and see my thoughts on the panel itself, or the panel itself as well, just click on the little eye on the top right of this video. But yeah, this art print is freaking awesome. Tyson Hesse is always satisfying to go and see what else he can draw with these Sonic characters. So yeah, pretty awesome. And I have it in a bag and board already because I do not want this thing to get bent or damaged or anything like that. So there it goes. Alright, so the next things I bought were from Ren the Yordle. She does like keychains or like charms and stuff, and pins around like League of Legends characters. So this one right here is of Janna. Then this one is of Lulu. She had a pool party Lulu that was like laughing, but I didn't want that one. And then of Thresh. These 3 pins, they were 3 for $8. And then this Klonoa charm was $15. You might be saying that's a lot of money for something small like this, but I mean, it's a Klonoa charm, and also it's like a special one because it has like 2 characters kind of on here. So I'm paying $23 for sorry, all of this. It's not that bad. It could definitely be a lot worse, but I like her work, and I just want to go and support her since she was there at the show, which I did not know of until the Thursday of Comic-Con actually started. So, and then 2 more things I picked up from Artist Alley were these 2. These were drawn by Jennifer Hernandez. I will link in the description below to her Twitter along with Ren the Yordles. I commissioned these from her when she was doing commissions. I believe it was a couple weeks or maybe a month before New York Comic Con started. So I asked for Silver the Hedgehog and Shadow the Hedgehog in these card forms. I got 2 of these last year of Sonic and Supersonic, so I just wanted the other 2 hedgehogs for my own personal collection of her work. So I really do like how the way she also draws Sonic, but Tyson Hesse is also really good, but she's also pretty good too. Whoopsies. Alright, so the next things are literally just going to be all comic books. So, actually, not actually comic books. First up, I bought a t-shirt from Unico. They had these exclusive New York Comic Con t-shirts. I got the Spider-Man one. It says amazing. And the shirt has like a bunch of just like sort of like 5-year-old drawings of like what New York City would look like, and then Spider-Man's on top. So it's a very simple shirt, not a lot of color, but Spider-Man is in color, so I really do like this shirt. And it was a New York Comic Con exclusive, so I don't know if they're gonna send those out, but they had a lot of stock, so I don't know what they're gonna do with the excess stock. So next things here are actual comic books, which is gonna be for the rest of this video. I got the first 4 volumes of Miss Marvel. This is a different version of Captain Marvel or whatever, just like a brand new character pretty much. I read this first volume at my local library, and I really liked it, so I bought it anyways because I'm a collector. So I bought the first volume, bought the second volume, Generation Y, bought the 3rd volume, which is Crushed, and then the 4th volume, Last Days. I only picked up the first 4 because first up, it was 20% off on all graphic novels / trade paperbacks at the Midtown Comics booth, which you can use the promo code on their website, NYCC 2017, for 20% off your entire purchase. So yeah, I pretty much got these for 20% off. It was like $57.44 for all of these after tax, I believe, or something like that, which is not bad. I mean, I could have gotten these for a little bit cheaper on Amazon, but Amazon does have the tendency to go and ship things, and then they get damaged in the mail, so I did not want that to happen with these trade paperbacks. So just bought those at the convention. The next little booth that I went to, they had half off on these trade paperbacks, and these are trade paperbacks that I needed. So first up is Ultimate Spider-Man Death of Spider-Man Fallout. This is pretty much the first appearance of Miles Morales as Spider-Man before he got his own little series called Comics Spider-Man. I got both of these for $20 because they're actually retailing, or on the price on the back here it says $19.99, and since these were half off, I got them for $10 each, which in total is $20. So that's not bad. You know, I needed these for my collection. I wanted to go and read the first story of Miles Morales after I'm done with the Ultimate Spider-Man, which I still need to go and get a couple of other trade paperbacks. And then that booth also had a couple of Sonic comics I needed, more specifically Sonic Universe. So he had Sonic Universe 72, the variant. This is actually drawn by Miss Hernandez, Jennifer, which I commissioned those two little art cards there. Yeah, got that. And then I also got issue 74. And I believe I'm only missing 73 now, so. And then the last booth that I went to, I was looking for these the entire convention because I was missing these and I wanted them so I could go and continue reading the series and those. And what I'm talking about here is Super Sons. So Super Sons number 3, Super Sons number 4, and Super Sons number 5. 3 and 4 are variant covers, and then this number 5 here is the main cover. I wanted to go and get these because, or I wanted to go and get them at the convention because they had them there most likely, and they did. It took me a while to find them, but, you know, I found them, and now I could go and continue reading Super Sons, because Super Sons is really good. I feel like that it is my favorite comic book I'm reading right now. I'm also reading, the other ongoing that I'm reading is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. That one's pretty good, but Super Sons is just beyond anything. Despite me not reading 3, 4, and 5, which I just got, I just have a feeling that Super Sons is my favorite comic book that I'm reading right now in terms of like an ongoing series. But anyways, those are all my pickups. A couple of trade paperbacks of Miss Marvel and some other things along with some art. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have not already, you can subscribe. I put new videos up every single Saturday. Want to follow my social media, Facebook and Twitter, you can do that as well. And yeah, I think that is about it. Thank you guys for watching this video again. I will see you guys next time with more videos. Game on, gamers.